Oh fuck. Can't believe you've done this. Hey guys, welcome to the 31st episode of kitkast. Welcome back to the Vimeo. And yo, I got so much to talk about this time. I ate ice cream today. That's all I had to talk about today. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm joking. Oh fuck. I'm just okay. Alright, although the joke is a joke, but the sentiment is true. Between every joke is a layer of truth. Much like how when I say, my ass hurts, it's true. But on a more serious note, man, I'm zoinked today. I'm in the current video cycle. So it starts off with an idea, then script writing. Or actually no, it's idea, thinking about it, writing the script, everything I've been thinking about, preparing the script, although I guess that's sort of in the script work. Voiceover, editing, then releasing the video and all that stuff. There's a couple more steps that are like more specific, like checking the editing or redoing the voiceover and stuff, but they sort of fall into the same categories as but I'm in the I'm in the video cycle where I'm up to the editing stage, which is great because it means that I'm nearly done with the video and it only has like a couple days left till release, but is bad because my life is boring as fuck for this podcast. It's what can I say? I really have not really done that much. I did eat ice cream today. That is the truth. I had a Ben and Jerry's. I've been craving Ben and Jerry's for a little while because I don't eat it all the time. It's a treat because it's expensive as fuck and it's sort of just good, not really like magnificent. But yeah, I'm not sad that I ate it. I had the fudge and the brownie fudge and the cookie dough flavor though, because they have the cookie dough flavor and that's the only good flavor of Ben and Jerry's. Don't at me. So the fudge didn't taste that great, but the cookie parts were nice. It's fine. Jeez, it was fine. It was whatever. I don't feel great after eating ice cream. I always think of this clip that I saw when I was on YouTube. It was the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The dude with black hair. He's sort of big, and there was a time where he had to get buff for a movie, I guess, and he talked about how in order to do the intake of calories that that required the movie for him to get buff, he bought a thing of ice cream, an entire tub of ice cream, left it out for the whole day until it melted. Then when he got home after working out all day, he would drink the whole thing, which is pretty insane. Nice to know that the food I'm eating casually is the type of thing bodybuilders eat in order to intake the correct amount of calories, which aren't supposed to be the amount that humans are eating. You know, that's what I think about it. It helped me a little bit with not eating it all the time, not eating ice cream all the time, even though I have eaten like a lot of ice cream these past couple of days. But blah 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 blah. You don't care about that. I mean, yeah. So you heard that correct. The video is nearly done. Although nearly done is I've done 2 minutes of 9, so I have 7 minutes left to edit, and it's mostly I need a warn. It's not really a warning, but it is sort of something to take note. Is because I'm making a Beastars video, it'll be different to my Yuri shit because my Yuri shit, I sort of treat the Yuri video is like blank canvases to inject myself into, whereas this is sort of more of an analytical review. Like no one gives a shit if I don't even really review the fucking 10th porn anime fucking Yuri manga thing, which is fine, but whatever. And instead I just make a funny joke about myself or do some wacko shit. But if I spend the entire Beastars review doing something that's unrelated, then it's not like super good. So it is actually a real review where I talk about it earnestly and be like, I genuinely think you should watch this. It's a little cringe, but what am I but that? What am I? Yeah. So, and one thing to take note is because it's a video that's sort of like I remember when I released my original Beastars video, even though it wasn't that good, and I was a new channel at the time, it still got like 40 views in the first day, which is not numbers I'm even pulling right now on the current videos I make. So there is a small chance that this video will do more well than usual, which not bad but not good. Like obviously I want to grow as a channel, right? But I do want to do it on my own terms, which is why I haven't taken heaps of time into making the best thumbnails and shit, because I've explained this in the what is this channel video and stuff, where it's like I want to make sure that the audience I'm cultivating is one of who enjoys my stuff rather than just stuff that I don't want to draw in a super mainstream audience, because it's always the mainstream audience that destroys the thing that makes it so good, because there's a lot of idiots on the internet and I don't got to weed them out before they get to this channel. But or not this channel, actually my main channel. But I'm enjoying making this Beastars video. At first I was a little bit iffy on it, and I've been working on it so long the jokes are getting stale that I put into it. But I rewatched it today, the 2 minutes that I have, and I'm like, this isn't terrible. It's not that bad. I'm sure my core fan base will enjoy it, because it still sticks to my my editing style. Still has very similar jokes to me being a degenerate and stuff, while being about Beastars rather than Yuri, which probably will be a drawback for some people, because I'm sure that the Yuri community is pretty small. So anyone who's watching for my Yuri shit probably won't be super interested in my Beastars review, but it might do well. It might pop off. I don't think it will. I hope it doesn't, in a way, because the best piece of YouTube advice that I agree 100% is from Martesino Pants. Martincito Pants. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but it was something along the lines of every video is a chance to pop off. You just need to build up enough so that when that video does pop off, people can go into your backlog and just search that through, and then to subscribe. You want to make sure that when one video pops up, the rest snowball in with that, which is why uploading, like, this channel isn't going to do well. No, this channel is not going to do well ever. So a lot of podcast channels don't do well, because if you watch one video and you don't enjoy, my point is fucking null. Yeah, I kind of hope it doesn't pop off, because I don't think I have enough videos yet which are worth watching. I think my 2 Yuri videos are worth watching. I think my cross-dress video is worth watching. I think maybe the 31 Yuri video might be like okay for some audience, but this Beastar video I think will add a nice layer of normality to my channel that will go from a weird Yuri kid to a weird anime kid, and then I'll just keep making more videos over time. I'm gonna do this video, and then the next one I've got planned is the school retrospective, which I've been thinking about a lot recently. I don't know if I want to do it, but I also kind of want to do it, and I was thinking, should I probably leave that till university? But I feel like university and college and high school, or that shit, I feel like university and the rest of your schooling experience, it's so vastly different, and they sort of cover different ideas, because university is definitely about learning. It's definitely about getting so good at something that you can literally be paid for it. Like, learning at school is about getting good enough that you can start doing that, but and then at university you're respected as a human. You don't have to wear a uniform, you don't even have to show up to class, and no one will give a shit. So overall it's just a much more different experience, and I think that if I was going to make a school retrospective, it would be nice to have university in there, but I think I'll have university as a separate video for when I finish that, if I do finish that, let's be honest here. No, I'm going to finish university. I'm good enough. I'm pretty fucking cracked at film studies, so I doubt that I'll fail it. The only reason why I drop out of college is if YouTube start popping off, and even then, if I sink enough time into it, I might as well just get the degree, right? Might as well get the funny piece of paper that tells me that I'm actually that I'm the same as everyone else. That's so cool. Yes, I love university degrees. I don't know, man. Fucking life. Oh, and this is a beautiful map. I don't usually comment on the maps, or I say something offhandedly, but this is one of the better maps I've been to. It's looking around, it's a really nice house. That's one thing I like about VRChat is, one thing I like about VRChat quite a lot is, hold on, give me a second, keep bumping into shit. One thing I like about VRChat a lot is I sort of have this opportunity, because I'm using VRChat to do my podcast, I have this opportunity to have these really amazing backdrops and really amazing, just like, different scenery, and I can experience different areas every podcast episode, and it's like much more refreshing to an audience. And in the future I might do something where I'll set up one camera, and then I'll have a friend set up another camera, so we can have different camera angles, then we can switch between it. Maybe I might even commission like a set in the future. So what I had, like a set in the future. Someone could build me a 3D set, or I could figure out how to model. I mean, I know I have a lot of friends who are very interested in 3D modeling, and it would be a nice task for them. I'm sure if I asked one of them, they'd be happy to use it as some sort of as a way to get practice in. But cool. Any other updates I need to give? I guess I'll do a stream as well when my video releases. Should I do a stream? I mean, no, actually I've been thinking a lot about streaming recently. I do want to talk about it. Streaming is awkward. I'm gonna be upcut and frank and completely okay, poggers and transparent about it. I feel like my peak for streaming, my best streams ever, were the Kitkat Plays Very Safe for Work games stream, and that's really the only one I can think of. Oh no, and also the Fortnite stream. That one as well was kind of good. But I think the reason why those ones were so good was because they had unexpected, genuinely funny things happen, while also having enough chat interaction where it didn't feel like I was performing to no one. That way I was able to feel comfortable actually doing things without feeling like I'm doing nothing. And people were obviously enjoying themselves. I was getting the instant feedback. And I'm thinking about streaming a lot recently, and as it stands right now, look, Oya, if you see this, I love you, man. You're supporting me, and I'm very happy about it. But also, it's a little awkward when you're the only one there. I just want to say that it is a little difficult to stream to one person who is cool, but it's just a single person, and they're their own person. I don't want to burden them with feeling like they have to show up, because like even if they're like no, it's fine. I don't want to have to. I don't want to even like make that an option, because so I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna stream anymore, because some shit might happen where I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'll stream the shit. This is funny. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna leave streaming alone for a while and not have it, because right now, or before I've settled this, right now I feel like my current thing is I'm a YouTuber who streams occasionally. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber who streams occasionally, but I want to switch that to a YouTuber who knows how to press the stream button but doesn't most of the time, like that. Yeah. Because the hardest part about I feel like the best streaming experience is one where you're in the middle of being massive and being tiny, because when you're massive you can't read any of the messages. It devolves into fucking emotes or shit, and it's not really all that entertaining, because you're essentially just watching uncut footage of someone playing a game or doing something, which is like, there are like everyone goes to Germa as an example of the best streamer, and someone who's able to turn live content, which is supposed to be boring, into something that's like continuously entertaining. And yeah, I agree. Germa's probably the GOAT, but for 90% of streamers, like he's the GOAT. He's like the Conan O'Brien of the. He's Conan O'Brien. He is as Conan O'Brien is to late night. He is completely ahead of all of his peers in a way that's like unachievable by the rest of them, because they just simply do not have enough skill. It's the same thing with streamers, and this is including myself here. We simply do not have the skill to match Germa. We are not that entertaining or able to like think of things on the fly or read the right chat messages. What's my point here? I'm just trying to say that I feel like the best is the middle, where you have people in chat who are typing and you're interacting with each other and it's fun and stuff. I don't know, like 200 to 300 people, but you don't have I like the people in my chat, although one issue with having so few people is that when one person stops turning up, it's very apparent, and it sucks, because you're totally allowed to leave whenever you want. You don't have to stay around and like be my hype man. Like then you have no obligation there. I'm not paying you, you're not paying me, so there's no reason for you to stick around. But it is a little cringe, or not cringe, probably is the wrong way to say, because it makes it sound like I'm actually annoyed. It is a little disheartening. It is a little sad as a streamer when regulars who are stop turning up, stop doing stuff, and I feel like I need to repeat myself here, and it's not their fault, but you get the point I'm trying to make. So I don't want to stream I don't want to stream regularly until I have, I don't know, let's say 1K subscribers, because then maybe like 3 people will turn up, and that would be pretty pog. I don't know. I feel like hopefully you get the point I'm trying to make, but there's a chance that you won't. And I also want to address, why am I the only one on this podcast? That's something that's been going around my mind recently. It's like, maybe I should stop the podcast until I have more people who are willing to do it with me. Like, I feel like if I get to a point where I'm more established, and like, for instance, I feel like one of the reasons why Sam doesn't always do it with me is, and it's, again, not his fault. He can not do this podcast if he wants to. No obligation to. He just not has to fucking do it if he does not want to. He could never do another episode with me, and that'd be totally fine. I'd still be friends with him. But I'm saying that probably one of the reasons why he doesn't want to do it with me is because there is no monetary incentive there. Which I've explained this before. But monetary incentive, it's not the fact that you're making money and he expects to get paid, but it's the fact that this is something real, right? You know, if I never made a podcast again, nothing would change about my life. Probably, very little would change about my life. But if I made money off of this, and him being on an episode could make him money, or him being on an episode, or these made money, so him being on an episode there was a reason there, you know, whatever. I feel like that's one yeah. And I feel like as I'm a small channel right now, I don't have friends who I want to like it feels weird to bring someone into this and just be like, okay, do this with me, and it's my channel, and you know. So just want to avoid doing that to people. So I'm gonna keep doing it on my own for a little bit, and then maybe when I'm a bigger channel, I'll start inviting people on to be frequent guests. And Rented to Charge is busy. I don't have many friends. I can invite Jester on maybe, but I don't feel, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I did a video a little while ago where I said something along the lines of, if you comment under this episode, then I'll interview you, or I'll let you do it. And I was sort of putting it there because if I, for some reason, blow up in the future, one thing you'll notice about a lot of old channels, a lot of very popular channels, if you go to their oldest videos, a lot of them don't have many views, and it makes sense because no one's going down that far down the catalog. But I was hoping that like maybe 1,000 people would see it and be like, oh, okay, fuck it, and then I invite them on. You know, it's like a secret that you can only achieve through you know, secret. That's what I'm thinking. That was the idea with that. So that'll come into play later, maybe. I don't even know if I even did. I don't remember what episode it was from. I just remember that I had the idea, and I might have executed it. Yeah. So just looking out. This is a beautiful house, though. I would totally live here. I feel like this reminds me a lot of New Zealand, actually. I used to go camping a lot with my family. All right. Hey guys, sorry. My headset died, and then I had to fix it, and then I just realized that my mic has been muted for the last 30 minutes that I've been talking. So what did I talk about? That was okay, I'll just talk about NNN. I'll repeat pretty much everything I just said. Okay. Sorry, this topic will be I won't say sexual in nature, but it does have sexual topics. NNN. I wanted to talk about NNN because man, it's difficult saying the same thing again. So I feel it's a bit weird for me to talk about NNN because I'm 17, which isn't legal in America, which is where most people would be watching from. But I feel like I'm only half a year away from being 18, which is legal. And, you know, there's not that much difference between me and 18-year-olds. It's not like this is actual sex. It's so removed from actual sex. As the pyroclinical man said so himself in his response video all that those many years ago. I was talking about, before when my mic was muted, I was talking about, and I want your opinion on this if you watch this. I was thinking about doing a video called, something along the lines of if I made my own religion or if I made my own culture. And I asked Sam about it, and he said no, don't do that, because you won't hit full quadrant appeal, which is over 25, under 25, male, female. It's a film term for essentially if you have a full quadrant appeal movie, it's going to be successful because it appeals to everyone. But no, I've already explained it before. But I mean, you know, I don't really want to be full quadrant appeal with my channel because the whole point of my channel is to just be me, and I'm not full quadrant appeal. People in 25, actually, people in 17 shouldn't be watching me, and I don't think many females would be watching me because I'm sort of a degenerate, you know. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a video like that, and I obviously I have to tackle it from a respective zone so that I don't offend anyone who has genuine intentions. But one thing that I thought about that I took seriously when I was thinking about if I did make this video, what would I talk about? And one thing that I want to talk about is if I was if I made a religion, or if I was part of the people who started a culture, I would have NNN be a real thing, like a real, like, okay, it is a real thing. Obviously, it's on the internet, but I think it's obviously, it's not like a. If I go up to a 53-year-old man, old man, and ask, "Are you doing NNN this year?" He'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'd make it a real thing that's established into culture, and I think the main reason why I want to do that is because I feel like addictions become a very normalized thing, and it would bring light to that idea. Like there's so many like addiction. I don't know, like alcohol, coffee, vaping, smoking, and jerking off is an addiction. Although I'd like to mention that jerking off is probably the best, or the tamest and best addiction to have, because it can ruin your mentality if you do it too much. But it's like, obviously it's not going to kill you unless you're that dude who died from drinking off too many times in one day. But yeah, I think, yeah, I think it just brings that to light. And I feel like one issue that a lot of religions and cultures do is they make it so that the punishment is God, right? The punishment is eternal damnation. I saw these posts on Twitter, and one of them was like, what do atheists even say during sex? So they go, oh, Darwinism. They go, actually, no, we say, oh, God, because we're the only ones who are allowed to do that. I'm like, yeah. And then the second post was like, what was the second post? Let me remember the second post quickly. It was like, what was it? Oh yeah, how do atheists not go around and just murder people? It's like, bro, if you need the threat of eternal damnation to not murder people, then you're a bad person. Yeah, I think they're a bit cringe. I hate dunk culture. I hate this fucking like owned. You got owned, son, because I feel like it just divides us. It's like, I feel like instead of trying to own other people or trying to get the one up and prove them wrong, we should be trying to understand their point of view and trying to educate them, while also staying open to ideas, because that way we can all come to a middle ground and understand each other better than I'm just like, fucking get owned, idiot, get owned, liberal cuck. I just think that's kind of cringe. So, but who knows? Who cares, right? I would rather we all go around and be jerks to each other. That's the better option, in my opinion. I think we all should kill each other. That's the best option. No, I'm being funny. I'm being a funny man. I'm being a funny little guy. But my point is how I was talking about. Yeah. A lot of religions are like, the threat is eternal damnation, and I feel like, as the post is trying to say, the one about like, oh, if you need God, eternal damnation, I feel like NNN having it be a real holiday, because when I was a kid, and I was learning about Jesus, I was learning about God and stuff in the Bible, my thoughts originally were that it was a joke. Well, I don't want to say joke, actually. It feels a bit rude, but that it was not real. That it was essentially, everyone knew that there was no God, no big man in the sky. Everyone knew that Jesus never existed, but the point was that, hold on, I need to do some calculations in my head quickly. Beep, boop, beep. Okay, yep. I think the point, but that all that shit wasn't real. But the point is that it was a representation of moralism, of being. Sorry, moralism is wrong. Moralist. You woke moralists. But I think the point of it was that it was a representation of a. Oh fuck! I got an itchy ass nose. Yes, the point was having an itchy ass nose. All right. No, the point was that it was a representation of, like, going to hell. In my mind, was not actually going to a place where you burn forever. It was dying knowing that you did wrong, or not knowing that you did wrong, but doing wrong. And going to heaven was dying knowing that you did right and dying in peace, dying with the peace in your heart. And God was the idea of doing the right thing, and we should be pushed and fueled by the need to do the right thing, which is a difficult thing, because the right thing is often the harder thing, and the less rewarding thing, like monetarily and, you know, physically, but emotionally it should be the more rewarding thing. But oftentimes isn't for a lot of people, and those people are the people who get to the top of the food chain and who take advantage of the people who are actually doing the right thing, which is I'm getting too political again. What should I call this one? Getting political next to the sky, next to the sunrise. I won't do another getting political video. That video was not difficult, but I don't like getting political because I feel like it what's the right word? It alienates people. A certain sect of people disagree with me, and although I do have political viewpoints, they're not something that I want to force on other people, and I don't want people to not enjoy my stuff because they don't enjoy my political views, which I don't even really know. Like, I don't know the proper word for my political views. I think I'm a liberal. I don't know. I don't know the right word for it. But if I made a religion, I would make it very clear that God is real, but not real. God is not real. That he would be it would represent doing the right thing. And NNN would be, you're supposed to not jerk off. And it wouldn't be like, it would be the same way that we do it now. I wouldn't, because a lot of, like, one thing that I always think of when I think of, in my mind, religious stuff taking over going a bit too far is, a lot of people have been annoyed at this, is the head things that a lot of Hindi and Indian, I don't know if that's the correct meaning, but I'm trying not to be offensive here. I genuinely don't know, but these are the things I believe to be. It's the head things and the head coverings that, because in the eyes of the Lord, if you take them off, you're unclean or whatever. And I think that's going a bit too far, because if God made humans, there's no way he would give a shit what fucking headpiece you wore. I'm getting racist. Racist cat. So we're getting racist now, are we? I don't want to attract a bad fan base. No, fine if you want to do it. I'm totally happy for you, but in my eyes, that's going a bit too far, because I feel like it limits freedom. Like, you know, people have been killed because they didn't wear it in the streets, right? I think it's just so stupid. Straight up, we should not be going that far for fucking religion and culture. If you die because you're not appealing to God, I'm gonna kill myself. You should kill yourself now. No. What I'm trying to say is, I'm yawning. Right now, NNN is very much do it. You gotta do it. You gotta come on, man. You can strive it. You can do it. It's like a football game. Everyone wants you to do it. You can do it. Come on, you've got this. But if you fail, look, at the end of the day, it's all good. Nothing has really changed. It's just a football game. Nothing has really changed. It's just NNN. It's fine. But, you know, you've got it next time. You've got this. That's the way that I'd want it to be. If you jack off in NNN, yeah, like, you're not unclean in the eyes of the Lord. You're not going to go to hell. But, you know, you failed. But you got it next time, man. And I feel like I'd want to establish a culture where everyone tries their best at that. Because I think it would establish not only trying your best at things for no reason, like integrity. I feel like it's the word for it, you know, the funny word for it. You know, integrity, do the right thing behind someone's back because it's the right thing to do. Fucking whatever, dude. But that's what I would do. And my NNN's going good so far. It is interesting. It's made me realize a couple things about myself. So I'll give my history of NNN, just because and again, content warning. I'm 17. I'm not legal in America. I'm legal in New Zealand and Canada, I think, and some other places around the world. But for the most part, if you're in America, I'm not legal, and this might count as, it's not pornography, but it's definitely kind of awkward if you don't like listening to minors talk about such shit like this. But just know I'm not talking about it in a sexual way. I'm talking about it in an informative way that's sort of feeding into the idea of addiction and overcoming and learning stuff about yourself through abstinence. So also, if Sam's watching this, this is awkward. You know? I don't know. Me and Sam have a weird relationship when it comes to talking about this type of shit. Because on one hand, I think he said that he wants to do it when he's older or when he's 18, because then he'll feel more comfortable talking about it. I've sort of like hinted here and there, and I feel like it's pretty common knowledge at this point that you know, fucking, we're both degenerates, or I'm at least a degenerate. I don't know about Sam, but I'm at the very least degenerate, and we have a very strange relationship about it, because it's like, neither of us really want to sit down and talk about that shit. A lot of people do, and I discussed this a lot in I talked about it's the wanker's paradox. I want to know what other people's routines are and like how much they do it and stuff, just so I can get an idea, and like I want to understand it a bit more and get other people's perspective. But also, I don't want to talk about it ever at all. Don't fucking try talk to me about it. I don't care. Like it's wanker's paradox. I'll call it that. That's what I'm calling it. Wanker's paradox. But yeah. So I've done. This is my third year of NNN. First year straight up failed. How old was I? I was 15 or 14, and yep, just couldn't do it. That's normal. I think I was losing my mind. That shit went a little insane. Last year, I will admit I went a little insane, but I did do it. I believe I did do it. Yeah, I did do it. I stand firm in that. I feel like I would have remembered if I'd failed. I remember more me succeeding more than me failing. And I think, but I did, yeah, as I said, I did go a little bit insane during that time. I saw some weird shit while I was going through that. I was like, I mean, Peggy is a fucking comedy go, JPEG Mafia, but there was an interview we did with Anthony Fantano, where Anthony Fantano asked him like, NoFap or X videos or NoFap. He was like, NoFap doesn't work. It just makes you a horny monster. And I was like, he's not wrong, but I mean, you should try it at least. You should do enough, I think. And then this year, I'm going strong. But as I was just saying, it has taught me a lot about myself. And number one is how much I consume erotic media, just like naturally, without the expectation of, like I'm gonna jump around the fucking wedding. I'm like doing animation. Let's be adults here, except I'm also gonna jump around the wedding. Okay. Hold on. I need to do some calculations quickly. So if I was recording for 15 minutes and that was real, that means I have to record for another 30 minutes. And if 35, so like 5 minutes passed. So I've got 15 minutes left. But how much I consume. So for one, what I do when I read manga is I go onto a website that has all manga. It's an illegal site. It's a legal site. Yeah, how else am I gonna read manga? Fucking come on. There's you can't. How else am I gonna read like the most underground shit? That's where they post it. That's where they post all the fan translations. Like, give me an easier way to do it, and I'll do it. But this is the easiest way and the most convenient way. Okay, so I sort it by tags or by tags, and that's how I got into Yuri. Is I would just like, I'll just read. I must have read Citrus, and then I was like, oh, I know Citrus from the anime. I'll read the manga, and so I read the manga, and I was like, oh, it's got Yuri. I'll read another different Yuri, and then I read another Yuri, and then I read another one, and then just snowballed out of control. And then I made 3 YouTube videos about it. So yeah. And what I do now is I've added 2 more tags, actually 3 more tags onto it. One is the gender bender tag, because I quite like gender bender stories. I think they're always interesting. You find some pretty good hidden gems there. I could recommend a couple if you want some. And then I have the erotica tag, and then there's it's essentially just another word for erotica. For some reason they have like multiple different. They have the pornography tag. There's pornography tag. There's a erotic tag. There's etchy tag, and there's smut tag. And I'm like, I'll just stay away from smut and pornography because they're not that's not why I read those sort of erotic stories, because I read them because of I feel like I've explained this before, but it's like surrealist media, but kind of, but not really. But also because I feel like when you've got that, there's no holds break, and they're always interesting to watch. Or read. They're just weird. Just interesting things to watch. But I was reading them, and I was like, I'm just reading this like without the expectation of doing anything with it. I feel like there's a common misconception that a lot of the ero shit that I read while reading the Yuri manga video, like in the Yuri manga video, the ero shit that I too, but I didn't. I don't do that to the ero to the Yuri stuff. I read that genuinely for because it's fun, it's interesting to read, and I don't read it because it's horny. I don't read it as head porn. I just read it because it's genuine for the other reasons. Like I've never jerked off to any of the Yuri manga that I mentioned in the video. Like obviously they're arousing, but that's a different thing entirely. That's just because that's what they're meant for, right? I can get aroused at an ad, at a billboard, but I'm not going to be sitting there jerking off to it. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's that, and then there's just scrolling Twitter, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of, wow, okay, a lot of porn here that I'm just seeing without any expectations. It's like interesting. And the second thing is thinking about addiction. I've realized that I have other addictions as well, and there are less addictions. They're more bad habits. One of them is I have a terrible skin biting on my finger. I don't feel like addiction is the wrong word for it, but it's a bad habit. I feel like they're the same thing, really. I think that's because I used to bite my fingernails a lot, but that got really, really bad, like really bad, to the point where I would very frequently have way too cut back nails. It would hurt. There would be like sometimes what would happen is so if you bite your nail off, sometimes some of the nail is still connected to the nail because it's multiple layers of nail. So you'd pull it down, and then it would hitch at the bottom, and then it would bring it up. It's difficult to describe. Essentially, the bottom of your nail would start to deteriorate, and then I'd bite that as well. So then there were times when I would literally have holes in my nails, like just straight up holes in my nails at the bottom. And that's just going way too far. And then one day I sort of looked at my nails and was like, wow, this is really, really bad. Like, this is really, really bad, and I'm embarrassed when people see my nails. This is not good. So I stopped biting my nails, and it's really that simple. I just stopped. I was like, this is getting out of hand. I need to stop, and then I stopped. But I think the reason why I was able to stop so easily is because it was replaced with biting my skin, and now I have a terrible, terrible skin biting problem, skin around my fingers. I'm slowly phasing that out, though. I have a little bit left to go. The issue with it is that it's just easy. It's too easy. I do it subconsciously. It's really, really terrible. I don't have any other addictions other than that. I'm pretty good with addiction, which is why I'm pretty sure I'll be totally okie dokie with the upcoming NNN. It's really interesting hearing NNN from other people's perspectives, though, because a lot of people really struggle with it, and I can't imagine doing that. Like I don't know. I was talking to my friends last year about NNN during NNN, and it was interesting. It was like day 15, and we were in class, and he was like, how's NNN going for you? And I was uncomfortable because he just sort of said it out of nowhere, and I was like, what do you mean? I just what the fuck are you talking about? But he was like, and then some other people pitched up, and they're like, nah, man, I'm broken. And then my friend was like, yeah, no, I broke on like day 3. I was like, day 3? Really? I go 3 days without doing it, like just normally, just because I'm busy, or because I don't really want to. Like, nah, it's a serious problem. And I'm like, aren't you religious? And he's like, yep. I'm like, isn't that a sin? He's like, yep. I'm like, aren't you going to hell? And he's like, yep. I'm like, oh. Oh, okay, cool, man. I like how they added the repentance box in religion. It's like you get another try. Good job, but you can try again if you want. I don't know. I find it funny. If you sin once, you should go to hell straight away. It's my thoughts. What I'm thinking. No, I'll be good. I dyed my hair black again as well because I think I'm gonna make that. I don't think. I was thinking about making a quote unquote tradition. Because I was like, dyeing my hair black is kind of cool because it's a physical change in my body and the way that I look that represents the time. And in this sense, the time is NNN. So I dyed it black again. Last year I dyed it black as well during NNN. And I was like, this is kind of cool. One thing I hate is that there's not, so in Terraria, there's like changing dye, hair color changing dye, but it changes due to like different things. Like for instance, like depth in the world. If you go further down the world, your hair changes color, and then when you're in hell, it changes red, I believe. And obviously, we probably couldn't have that specific one because it's not like I'm ever going down in the world. But maybe I don't know how far in the day it is. I think if your hair changed color, or dye changed color, I think that would be cool. Depending on the weather, I think that would be cool. But obviously, that's fucking impossible. Like, how the fuck are we even supposed to do that? But I think that would be cool. So I don't know why I thought of that. It's just mentioning it. I'm gonna let him mention things, aren't I? Oh, I'm stretching. So yeah. Any other things I want to mention? I'll do more blogs. NNN blogs. Oh, I was gonna make a video about it, but then I decided not to because I talked about this before. I forgot to talk about it, but I decided not to because I don't think there would be much to talk about because it's pretty difficult to make a video about not doing something. So I think it'd be a bit awkward if I mean, look, this channel gets no views and I'm fine with that, but my main channel actually gets views. If I uploaded a video called like about NNN, it would probably get like at least 100 views, which I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Making a whole video about NNN that people actually watch and people might be commenting on it. Oh, I'm good. Because I watched the Rusty Cage going without alcohol for, I think it was a month or 2 weeks or something, or it was a while for him, for alcoholics. And that was interesting to watch him like really struggle with that. And I'm like, I could probably get through this month without joing, and I'd be pretty okay. I'd be fine. It's nice that I'm like, one thing I was a little scared about is because I don't use Reddit anymore, but I used Reddit 2 years ago. I used Reddit 2 years ago, and then PewDiePie is what I remember last year about NNN. But this year I was a little scared that there would be no mention of NNN. It would sort of feel like a personal journey, which I don't know, because I like the community aspect of NNN. Cause I like, I like sort of being there together with everyone. I like the memes where it's like someone will post, will draw something really erotic and be like, good luck with NNN. It's like, you bitch, you fucking asshole, you're really doing this to me. But I was a little scared that it wasn't gonna happen, but no. I'm reading my manga and I scroll into the comments and someone's like, I can't believe it's the first day of NNN. I'm going to fucking die. I'm like, this is fun. This is cool. I'm enjoying this. It sounds ironic. I'm enjoying this. Everything is fine. This is good. My throat kind of hurt because I've been sucking too much dick. That's what they say in the world. So yeah, if this episode is like 10 minutes short, now you know why. Or you know why before. Because I don't know what the timing is exactly. Exactly. I really didn't want to make this podcast episode today, and it was a little annoying that it turned out so fucking difficult. I was editing, and I was in a stride. I was doing good, and then I was like, oh fuck, I have to record the podcast episode at some point today. I asked Sam, like, do you want to record the podcast episode with me? I don't have jack shit to talk about, and he was like, maybe. Motherfucker said maybe. Yeah, cool, great. I might come back to you on that. Fucking what? I'm just kidding, Sam. I love you. I love you, Sam. I love you. I'd suck you dick. No, wait, it's November. Not good. I changed my fucking Discord status to Sam can't have sex with his girlfriend because it's November. It's funny. Mr. Anything else I have to say? Should I go through the album reviews? I should do album reviews because that's what I do when I'm running out of time. I've listened to Denzel Curry recently because I was like, you know what? I'll expand my horizons a little bit. Denzel Curry. I listened to the Eyes album. There's a full name for it, but I can't be bothered remembering. That one's good. I like that one quite a bit. I think, as per usual, Brad Taste had the worst take on it. He liked it, but he said X-Wing was the best song, which it's not. X-Wing is mid or bad. The worst song, in my opinion, because it's just sort of fucking trap nonsense. I don't know. It's trap nonsense, but I'm not into the whole trap scene where they just mumble rap type stuff. Mumble rap, I sound offensive. Like, a lot of the music is good. Some of the music is good, but I'm into a whole lot of it. Psychedelic sort of rap music where they sort of repeat the same. Like, I listen to rap because they say something new every line, or the choruses are really short. That's why I like rap, because it surprises me every line. But that sort of stuff is repeating the same stuff, which is following the same tropes as like regular pop, where they say the same thing over and over and over and over again, and then it slowly fades out at the end. I hate that shit. But I've listened to the Eyes album. Best song is Walking. I like Walking quite a lot. Everyone likes Walking. It's like walking with my back to the sun, keep chin, yourself with me, myself, and I. Like that. I like that song. It's very well written. I think he captured the vibe of a Tarantino film really well, which is what he was trying to do. I think The Smell of Death I like. It's very Doom inspired, obviously Doom inspired with the Fist of the North Star reference at the start, which is a reference to Madlib doing a lot of that, but also to King Ghidorah, MF Doom, on his King Ghidorah Take Me to Your Leader album, he sampled Fist of the North Star quite a lot, and it was really good. Might have a face like a wildflower, but he's got a heart of gold. You smell that? It's a smell of death. The song that comes after as well, the one that sings, R.I.P. to King Ghidorah. I'm surprised he had 2 Doom references in his album in 2 different songs. Most of the songs on there are pretty good. I like Angels a lot because I don't fuck with no man who don't take care of his kids. I like that line. That line goes hard. And then I listen to Taboo, which a lot of people think is better than Eyes, but I don't agree. I think Taboo is sort of it's good, obviously, but I don't think it's as good. It's not as thorough. I haven't listened to his other stuff yet. I listened to... Oh, fuck, I'm gonna run out of time if I talk through every album I've listened to. I think I've already run out of time. I'll talk about the other shit later. That's all you get for now. Bye, Gamer Squad. Love you.